Some comments made late last night that a lot of us missed on the East Coast that seemed to indicate that this is going to be it for Albert Pujols. But then again, maybe not. What exactly is his status beyond his final contractual year with the Angels in 2021?
Well, Matt, the genesis of this conversation yesterday came from an Instagram post from Albert's wife, Dee, who referred to at one point in time in the post as Albert's final year, and then she amended it to basically say the final year of his contract. And so it's still unclear exactly if he's going to retire at the end of the 2021 season or not. However, I would say this. He's 41 years old. We have to acknowledge the very real possibility that this could be Albert's last year in the major league. So apart from speculating about what the intent or meaning of the Instagram post actually was, I'm of the mind here to celebrate and appreciate, because it's hard sometimes in the real time to really fully understand and recognize the greatness when it's in front of us. We're talking about someone who leads all active players in home runs with more than 600, someone who leads all active players in hits with more than 3,000, someone who has won the World Series twice, the MVP 3 times. You see that 13th round pick, one of the more iconic draft picks, and one that's been discussed about how every team in baseball passed on him 12 times.
What's not to
this
like?
is
He's
a
tremendous.
It's a historically significant career, Harold, as you point out. Tremendous career by any measure. And I think that one point I want to make about Albert is that when you talk to people around the Angels now, and whether it's Mike Trout, people in the front office, teammates he's had, his commitment to doing the very best that he can do to squeeze out every last ounce of his career for every game and day that he's been in the major leagues is admirable. He has never taken a day off. And you think about the pain. You're right, Harold. When you think about the pain he has played through, the plantar fasciitis, the pain that he's had in his feet and his legs over the last several years of his career. I really think that he deserves a tip of the cap from everybody. The machine, exactly. He deserves a tip of the cap from everybody.
I played with him up in Alaska one summer.
When was that? What summer was that?
You did. Extraordinary, Harold.
Hey, here's the thing about Albert. I've said this all along. When he signed the contract, what makes great players great for the length that they perform, I think they realize I'm not going out scuffling, looking bad. He struggled physically, and his numbers have dropped, and we've seen that in his performance. But that's all because physically, his feet, all the stuff JP just talked about. And there's a pride factor. You don't become great if you don't have pride in what you do. And I don't think Albert wants to sit here and be a 224 hitter and not get at bats and hold it back. So this may be a window in his retirement. I hope he does announce it if that's where he's headed, because I want to be able to see him get that tour that he so well deserves at the end of the year.
Well, we remember the return to St. Louis in 2019 after not playing in St. Louis as a visitor for the first 8 years of his Angels career, which was amazing and so hard to contemplate. I mean, it was a weekend-long celebration where every plate appearance, and he had 12 of them, was met with a long standing ovation, to the point where Albert, by the end of the series, must have felt some sense of relief that it was finally over. And you could even see kind of a sheepish grin on his face, like, oh man, this is great, I appreciate it, but guys,
it was cool.
Have a seat, let me just take a couple swings here. Right?
I want to jump in here too. Look, our game, we have to honor people as well to keep this thing going. And the All-Star game is an exhibition. It just is. And we have to take advantage of that All-Star game to recognize Albert should be at the All-Star game this year, regardless. If what his numbers are, anything, he needs to be recognized for what his accomplishments are. He should be in Atlanta, flat out. Anybody else on that plane that you're saying is done, they need to be that year at the All-Star game.
Good point.
We need to continue to keep these things going. And that's, to me, what those All-Star moments are about anyway. It is about the fans, right?
Yeah.
So you honor those icons.
Without taking up a roster spot.
Well, we did it with Gwynn and Ripken. They came, they played, and, Cal Homert and Tony was there. And I just think it's important that we do that. We don't do that enough.
Good point. JP, good stuff, man.